It's recording. Go for it.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're not up a little earlier today.
What's that?
Did you get up earlier, or you just right on time?
I got up at 4, and I've been to Lowe's twice. I've been busy.
Well, that's good. What's at Lowe's?
Well, I was getting thresholds, and they just weren't working out, so I got to keep trying.
They don't reach the. You reach that threshold, and they get worse.
Oh yeah. Got to have something when you come in the door, a nice, even, smooth transition.
There should be some over at the Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, they might.
Doorway, so.
They might.
Yeah.
You can build.
I mean, they usually have the whole doorway, but you know.
Yeah, I already got the doorway, but you can build a little threshold too. That's not that hard. So, but I had to try.
Yeah, well, that's good. But you found one, so you buy a frame or.
I've been there twice, didn't find one, but that's okay.
Yeah, mill workers. There's a place around town here that has it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, mill work is the doorway. You know.
Well, it's just the threshold. It's just a plate that you put down.
Yeah.
It has to fit, and it has to, you know, the door has to be able to close, but you want it sealed.
I used to sell those actually.
Oh, really? Where at?
Back in my day, yeah.
Where'd you sell those?
I was a manufacturer rep for the companies that made them.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, so I would sell them from Portland to Alaska, actually.
Wow.
And Idaho, but I never made it to Alaska.
What was the company?
Well, Estes Marketing. So Rick Estes.
Oh yeah.
He had about 13 different manufacturers that I worked for. We sold stuff out of, you know. Matter of fact, we sold all thresholds to the Seahawks Stadium.
Really?
And yep. And so when you walk into the Seahawks Stadium, every threshold and every lock was we sold. So you know, kind of cool, you know. And then there's lots of buildings that we worked with did that stuff. Let me get a shot of coffee here and we'll start this off.
Yeah. It's Tuesday, January 19th, 2021.
And so, you ready to go?
Yeah.
Good morning. This is Lonnie, and that is
Brian.
That's right. And this is the Pound Hour. And we appreciate you coming in with us here or there, anywhere without the globe, as Stephen Colbert would say. You're here with us now, so we appreciate that. You know, we're just some guys having fun, trying to make your life a little more bearable. So telling our own stories on stuff, and very soon we'll have some music for you and some other great entertainment. But as of right now, the entertainment is actually right there on TV, right where you're at. It's happening around us. It is. Tomorrow we have less than 24 hours for the new president to come in, which will be Joe Biden. And all hell might break loose, or it could be just a Heaven's Gates opening up, which I say that sounds horrible because Heaven's Gate, we don't want Heaven's Gate. We don't want Haley Bob coming back. I don't have my black shoes ready, or my white shoes. I don't remember. Black or white shoes, purple shirt. I don't remember. But I'm not ready for that quite yet.
Well, your background looks really good, so you got that dialed in.
Oh, a little more. You know, I'll change it around as I go because this is still just a work in progress, as my life is apparently. And yours. There we go. You know.
Yeah, I'm working on mine still.
Life or background?
Yeah, it's a little cold out in the studio, so I went inside.
Yeah, well, I know you got the little. You got some stuff around there. I think I'm just gonna make my little man cave. I'll go to a different room somewhere, and I don't know. I have some rooms here that aren't being used apparently. I have no kids in my house anymore, so
yeah. Well, that'd be good.
Sucks. Yeah, turn into a little I don't know, Zoom cave.
Yeah, little studio.
That's possible. I mean, this house is big enough, so you know. I realized that how bad this year is so far because it's late into 2024 and I haven't yet got my Christmas stuff out in the garage yet. You know, I'm looking at my stuff in my front room, going, "What the hell?" But it'll happen today or tomorrow. And how was your night, by the way? last night?
Good. Good.
Did you? Did
Yeah.
you do good?
Didn't do too much, but did a few things around the house. Felt good. Good day yesterday. It was almost like spring.
Yeah, it was. It was a very nice day yesterday. Yep. And oh, from the land of Nye and Little Chicago is where we're at, by the way, ladies and
There you
gentlemen.
go.
Little Chicago, and what's my place? We would be at Little Longview.
Plan
So,
City.
huh?
The Plan City.
The planned city, the only planned city in America. Well, the first planned city. Anyway.
First major Plan City.
Yep, is Longview, Washington. And he and Brian currently is over in Kelso, which is Little Chicago.
There you go.
Back in the day, they had all kinds of things from all the mill workers are coming into town, all the loggers are coming to town. There'd be ladies of the night and
Illegal booze. Don't forget the
what's
booze
that?
was illegal. So
Yeah, no, there was a lot of stuff in Kelso back in the day. I think that alcohol wasn't even legalized in Longview for a while, if I remember correctly.
well, it was illegal everywhere from 20 to 33. So during Little Chicago Prohibition.
So prohibition was going on here.
The supply was there. It was just illegal. So
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we were a wild, rough and tumbling city, you know, for till about the 70s, 80s. I don't know, actually, quite a long time. My father got to be a Kelso policeman, and I tell you, they still had brothels in. He told me stories, not about being inside the brothel, but you know, that he would actually go there, and the chief of police would send him there to sell tickets to the policeman's ball.
Wow.
The policeman's ball. They would have the ladies would buy tickets for the policeman's ball. They wouldn't come to the policeman's ball, but they would support the policeman's ball by buying tickets and stuff and making everything a little more easier for them, you know, helping everybody. That's what you do in a community. You help the policeman and you help the prostitutes, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta stay together on this whole thing, you know. Can't let anybody fall behind.
Keep the economy moving.
Yeah, that's like right now. We're trying to do whatever we can to get the economy moving. We've got businesses starting to open up again. The restaurants are starting to be open up capacity at 25% or however that works. If they have a open door, like a garage door, and have quite a bit of ventilation apparently, or they just open their doors open and leave the doors open the whole time. I'm not quite certain how that works, but I haven't read all the rules on that yet. But I am promoting it. So however, you know, whatever the rules are, gotta follow them. Right now, God knows. We don't want to die. We don't want people to die in this room or anything. So,
might have to go out and drive around, see what they're doing, see who's got what. They should have whatever they're doing. They should have signs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, we'll get there. Yeah, I'm promoting on the Cowlitz County Takeout websites and so forth as well. But so I have a couple questions for you this morning. As you know, that's what I do. I'm a question guy. Are you ready for a question, sir?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. When you were 5 years old, what did you want to do when you grew up? What did you want to be?
I had no idea at 5. Wasn't even thinking about it. I was just thinking about that day, and
Oh, well, I understand that.
I was home all the time. I wasn't in school till I was 6.
Okay, so at 6, then I guess we'll say for you.
Still didn't think of what I wanted to do when I grew up. I liked, you know, comic books and all those, you know, My Favorite Martian, but I didn't really have goals yet. I was just enjoying being a kid.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Even though Michael Jackson was working a full-time job at 6, I remember.
Right. Well,
I was 5.
you know, you do. When you have a dad like his, apparently, then that's what you do. You know, ABCs.
Yeah.
I make some money off. Michael Jackson said ABC this morning. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make $1 million off my son saying that. And they did, right?
Oh yeah.
ABC, easiest 1, 2, 3. Count the money for you and me.
That was crazy.
Yeah. What was his dad's name?
We were just kids, thought it was cool. We didn't even think about the dad, or didn't even know about him. We only knew the 5 boys.
Yeah. And now probably slept in one room, or one bed.
Yeah. Can you name
the
Jackson's 5, the original 5? Of course, Michael, Tito.
Tito. I was afraid about Tito. Michael, Tito, Jermaine.
Marlon.
I know Marley. I thought Marley was a dog.
There was Marlon, and then there might have
Marlon.
been Randy, but I thought Randy was younger than Michael. But
So Marlon Jackson. I don't remember him at all. And then who's the other one?
there was, I think,
Jerome.
Randy Jackson,
Jerome? No.
Tito, Jermaine.
Jermaine.
Jermaine was the guy that, other than Michael, that got a little famous. Jermaine
Yeah.
had a few hits, nothing much, but
Yeah, he was a bad looking guy, but he was no Michael, but he wasn't bad looking, you know. So I think Jermaine's still alive too, probably. So
I think
shout out to you, Jermaine. You made it. He didn't. You know.
I think Michael's the only one that didn't make it so far.
Michael did make it, but you know, you don't get so high until you
He didn't make it.
fall off that cliff, you know.
Yeah, he's no.
But okay, so in year 5, you didn't know of a job you wanted to be.
Nah.
Like, you didn't look up to anybody and go, hey, I want to be one of those guys. I want to work at the barber shop and cut hair.
No, I knew I didn't want to probably do that, but I didn't want to work.
Well, actually, that was not a bad gig, I think.
Yeah.
I think being a barber wouldn't have been a bad deal.
Actually, at one point, I did want to work at a gas station because watching Gomer Pyle, he worked at the gas
Oh,
station.
absolutely. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
But you would see people doing stuff on TV and you thought you might want to do it.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Gomer Pyle, even Andy.
Sheriff.
Yeah, be a sheriff. Yeah. I don't know if I can whistle anymore. I used to be able to, but.
Now, did you have something at 6 that you wanted to be?
At 6, yeah, I did actually. I wanted to be a fireman most of my life, I think. That was kind of like my grandfather was the fire chief of Gallatin County from 1952 to 1982. And my dad was a volunteer fireman and a policeman. So it was kind of like it's in the blood. You want to save everybody, you know? And
Yeah.
And in some weird aspect, that's kind of how I ended up. You know, to me, it's not really a fireman thing, but it's kind of like just the philosophy of, you know, never let somebody down and always be there for them type of thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a sucker. I think that's what it is, actually. I am just a sucker. You know.
Well, I remember when I was 7 or 8, you'd watch baseball and want to be a pro baseball player like Willie Mays or something. I remember that. And then get a little older, I liked the detective and the reporter guy, the guy that investigates stuff.
Yeah,
I've done that all my life, part-time at least.
And yeah, you still do. So you're investigating all kinds of stuff, and you like your history. You know, you like to know what happened. You know, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I served papers for a while. That was actually kind of fun. For a couple months,
I've served papers.
It was a little bit sketchy at times.
Yeah, I served papers. I haven't ever gotten somebody come after me or anything yet, but I did serve papers for a time, doing process serving and stuff, and for real estate and all kinds of stuff. That's usually the way. I put the eviction notice on the door.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of people are afraid to do that, and I'm like, well, if somebody's going to do it, I'm going to make the money doing it. Unfortunately, it's sad, but usually people not deserve it, but they hadn't paid their bills in quite a long time, you know.
Yeah.
So okay, so the same question at the age of 25. 25. Where do you think you were then?
25. Well, at 25, I wanted to just have a steady job for a while. I also kind of wanted to be a Hollywood star, director, whatever. I moved to LA for 4 years when I was about 27. So 25, I was thinking about it.
So at 25 and 27, you got moved to Hawaii or to
LA.
Now,
Yeah,
what year did you begin doing? What year did you begin doing porno? Was it in 27 as well?
No, but I did some public access in 85, and the camera weighed over 400 pounds. So it was not.
Well, there you go. Well, I just assumed that everybody who moved to Hollywood, you know, to make it big has to sleep around, from what I hear, you know.
Yeah. Well, a
It's
lot of
always
them
the
are waiters and stuff. I think I would have done better if I had been a waiter or something. I got a good job. That's the worst thing that can happen if you want to be an actor. You don't want to get a good job.
Have you ever seen the movie Waiting, by the way?
No.
Oh, it's a good one. You should watch that. I will find it for you. You can watch it.
A lot
Waiting.
about spitting on food.
And no, but it's about California and being a waiter. It's
Yeah.
kinda, yeah, it's good. Now you have to watch it.
Well, a lot of them were actors. You'd talk to them, and they had screenplays they were working on. Every bar you went to, you could talk to somebody about an idea, scripts.
Well,
Whatever.
shoot, yeah, every bar's got ideas going through it all the time. Everybody's got they're complaining, about, that's why I thought for the long time I'd be a bartender. Matter of fact, I went to school. I wanted to be at the age of 25. For me, I wanted to be a psychiatrist or a psychologist at least. I was voted in high school most likely to own a bar in Alaska, serving drinks, solving people's problems, because everybody else came to me with their problems. I don't know why, but so it was written down. I'll end up being like Sam Malone in Alaska.
Yeah.
Just cheers and sitting there feed them a beer and get their problems. And I was a cheap psychologist or psychiatrist, apparently. But that didn't happen. So unfortunately, people still bring me their problems. I'm like, no, I didn't even go to school for it. I don't want it, but they still do. I'm kidding. Like I said, I enjoy helping people. So, but
The Cheers was funny because you had Frazier, an actual therapist, drinking at the bar. The therapist was drinking, talking to the bartender. So that was kind of cool.
Well, this question here. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. This question here is a little more hits home, but if you can't answer it, you can't answer it. So without using a name, who was your last girlfriend?
I don't think I'm done. So I'm not done having girlfriends, so I'm not on my last girlfriend yet. I'll let you know when I find.
No, I said, who was your last girlfriend?
It was my previous.
Who was without using a name? Who was your last relationship?
It's we're not going to open the can of worms. The can of worms will remain closed.
Okay. Yeah. But I was trying to figure out if without saying.
When I was in college, I wanted to be like Bob Newhart, the therapist. He was the psychologist, not a psychiatrist, because I didn't want to give drugs. Psychologist. So.
You just want to take them.
No, I just wanted to get people to figure out that they don't need me after 4 weeks, because therapy is usually based on years. The last thing a therapist wants is a cure.
Yeah, of course.
8 years later, so he can compare you. Well, I would want to get in 4 weeks. They're on their own. They figured out they can figure it out. And that's not for everybody.
Yeah, no, it's true. Well, it's basically, as far as therapy, it's the same thing as relationship with a girl. For the most part, I have learned as much as I want to, because I've been surrounded by 4 sisters and a mother raised me, and I've been around women my whole life. I have learned that when they say they have a problem, don't answer it. Don't give them the answer, because they know the answer. They just want to. You have to say, okay, and you listen to them, because when you listen to them, they figure it out while they're speaking. That's their biggest thing in their head. They like to verbally kind of just maneuver the answer and figure it out themselves. If you tell them, then it does no good. It doesn't mean anything to them,
Yeah.
And they get mad at you and they hate you because you're trying to help them solve the problem. And you don't want to help them solve the problem. You just want to be there for them and comfort them and say, hey, I understand, and listen to the rest of their spiel. If they're mad at something, and they're mad at something. Oh, hey, I see you have your Disneyland coffee cup. I have my Disneyland coffee cup. Cheers to you. Where's your Disneyland behind you?
I was messing with my view there. I got a better shot now.
My Mickey's bigger.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. Both Disney related.
Yeah, well, we're characters for certain.
I got to have a beer at Disneyland one time. I didn't know you could do that. We all went as a family, and I went in there and ordered a beer. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, I think I had one when I was there.
Bars.
I went across the street, and there was a Disney bar there, which was it was very tropical themed. It had like a tiki tiki dolls and stuff. It's very cool. And every 15 minutes, it would get dark and the lightning would come on, and there'd be all kinds of it was very animated bar. It was really neat. I'm not sure what that's called. Tiki Lounge, I guess. I'm not sure, but it was fun. It's a cool place. So I love my Disney, even though I don't bother going there much. I've done it a couple times around you. But okay, so next question for you, Ryan. Today only. The name of the question is living or dead. Who's your favorite president? And why?
Probably Millard Fillmore, because he's got the weirdest name, Millard Fillmore.
Just because of the name?
Yeah, usually a president has a good name to be a president, but he had a weird one and it worked. Like William Jefferson Clinton, that's a great name for a president.
Millard. He has Fillmore. 3 names?
Yeah.
Well, most people have 3 names. They just, it's like Barack Obama. Yeah. Barack Obama Hussein. It's like, for some odd reason.
Barack Hussein Obama.
Now, I only say that because, they utilize his, when you listen to somebody on the right side of politics, they always say his middle name because his middle name is Hussein, which we have a dictator, of course, who was Hussein, and they like to promote that.
The only worst name he could have been is Barack Adolf. That's the only one that's
you're absolutely right. Yeah. You're absolutely right. No, I mean, it could have been Adolf Hussein Obama. Yeah. And it's funny because I absolutely love Barack Obama. I still do. He was my favorite president that I've seen, that alive or dead. I mean, mind you, there's other presidents out there like Washington, obviously, who got the ball rolling and did some pretty cool stuff. Abraham Lincoln and Kennedy. There's some pretty good presidents out there. But I have to say, I think that Barack Obama, from what I know right now, he kept his nose cleaner than any other president, and he had to for a good reason. I mean, he was the first African American president, and there's so many racist people out there that they want to. I'm surprised they don't pop a pop shot for him at any time. He had to be running with a little bit of fear. I'm sure he had a bulletproof vest on at all times, mind you. I don't know about if he can shoot threes with a bulletproof vest, but I bet you he knows how. I just think that he is a very commending thing for him to take that position, and then also all the positive things he did. I realize people out there will say he didn't get to do this, didn't get to do that. Well, he tried, and he inspired a generation. That's the whole thing. He inspired a generation. Kennedy inspired a lot of people as well. Cut short in his prime, unfortunately. Like I said, I like the quote from Kennedy, which is, I'm not here to condemn darkness. I'm here to light a candle, and that's pretty cool. He's got, so he's a pretty witty guy, Kennedy was, and very intelligent. And he tried to be a centrist for everybody. Even though he was Democrat, he thought about being president for everybody. And that's the way right now. I think that Barack Obama, I'm not gonna say that word anymore. Barack Obama did for us, and I think he tried, but the left and the right could not come together, and that was very sad. I think that with a right-sided Senate and a left-sided House, it did not want to work. It just they had to have the last say, and they all said no, basically. But now,
early on, remember Tea Party and all that? I can't remember if they actually had the House and the Senate against Obama, but he was a 2-termer. He got 2 terms, so that sets him apart from the 1-termers. It's kind of a disgrace to be a 1-termer, but
yeah.
Nothing against the current guy, but Carter got a lot of crap for being a 1-termer. George,
I think Carter actually so far, and I know Obama's still doing stuff. Well, he's still alive, but I think Carter actually has been the most prolific president after being president, because he's done so many things nationally and internationally for us. And he keeps the American public first and foremost where he goes and what he's doing, and he donates his time all the time, helping kids and stuff. So he's a phenomenal president, really.
Yeah.
You know, he may have not been the best president, but he's the best ambassador for us. You know
I'm
what I
gonna
mean?
get a different angle tomorrow because I got this thing showing. So this is
Well,
good for you kids out there. Shoot a down shot if you got any kind of turkey neck.
You know, listen, we're going to give you surgery around noon today, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I'll get that.
You bring it up here, you
I
can't
didn't
see
even notice it.
There you
You
go.
know. Oh, okay. So my next thing is, what is your worst personal attribute? I'm just kidding. It's my turkey neck.
Probably impatience and turkey neck.
Yeah.
Finding the right shot is key. I want all these young people out there trying to Zoom to learn that. It's a lesson.
Yes. So, another question for you. This was to throw this one. I didn't know this. Brian, where were you born?
I was born in Fort Lewis, Madigan Army Hospital, Fort Lewis.
Fort Lewis.
Fort Lewis, Washington, Army child, Army baby.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know the government was actually
Army all the way. My dad was Army for 20 some years.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you for your dad's service.
To be the naval recruiter. He was a great naval recruiter. He won awards.
Well, I thank you for your dad's service, honestly, even though it's your dad, but not you, but still.
No.
I know what it's like. My father was a Marine, so it was not always easy. You know?
Yeah, my brothers served in Vietnam, so three people out of the family.
Oh yeah, my besides me, because I had an injury, of course, at the age of 19 that made it so I couldn't serve. I already signed up to be in the Marines myself. I shouldn't have been in the Marines anyways, but I signed up for that, and then I had a head injury, of course, and couldn't do that. But my grandfather was in like 4 or 5 branches of the military. Is insane. At least three. It was like 3 to 5 services. I don't even know how he could do that. But he was the most patriotic man I've ever met in my life, and he didn't ask questions. He was in World War II. He was in Korea War. He was a Navy, Army. That's like National Guard. You name it. He was all part of these things. It was weird. He just was the most patriotic man. He wanted to do what he could for his grandkids and so forth, you know.
Was that your grandpa Ralph?
My grandpa Ralph Knowles, yeah, he was quite patriotic, and then he was a Shriner just to help people. He was a Shriner just to help people, help the kids. He was a Shriner clown, and I can't think of anything better than that, really. I mean, if I get all my facilities back, my legs, my arms, and so forth, I could probably do that, and why not? Making people smile is kind of a fun thing to do, you know. So you're at Fort George. I'm sorry. Where were you at? You're at Fort where? Where were you born? Fort Lewis?
Yeah, Fort Lewis. Rocky Marciano fought at Fort Lewis when he was in the Army. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he got disqualified. He was so fatigued that he kneed the guy in the balls, and he was disgraced. He said,
"Hey, you do what you gotta do."
That's why he got in shape after that. He wanted to be so conditioned that he never did that again, because he said, when you get fatigue,
you get
become a coward.
Yeah, I get that.
He's one of the greatest.
Well, my question for you was actually, what was your first movie in a theater that you can recall?
True Grit, actually.
True Grit. That was like rated R back in the day, wasn't it?
1969. My mom and dad brought me, and the whole family, I believe. It was pretty cool. John Wayne. It was good. Then he got the Oscar. John Wayne got the Oscar the next year, so it was pretty cool. I got to watch that.
Very cool. I think that my first movie in a theater that I can recall, and I may be wrong, but I think it was in the Longview Theater, Longview, Washington, in the theater, and it was The Apple Dumpling Gang Rides Again, or The Apple Dumpling Gang, with Don Knotts,
Yeah.
That was so phenomenal for me. And I think there might have been a a double feature. So if a double feature, it may have been Snow White with it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was Snow White and Don Knotts is the Apple Dumpling Gang rides again. Him and who was his sidekick at the time?
Well, it seems like it was Tim Conway and Don
Tim
Knotts.
Conway. Yep,
Those
Tim
guys-
Conway. Yeah, funny man on Dorf on golf and so forth. Tim Conway, he was a great guy.
Yeah, did
So
like the wackiest gun in the West or something too, or somebody.
yeah, they probably did. I don't recall all of them. I don't
That might have
remember all
been
of them.
Don Knotts himself. Remember wackiest gun in the West? He was messed up.
Yeah. Well, that was probably part of the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Yeah, and then Don Knotts played that fish, Mr.
Yeah.
Limpet.
Oh, what movie was that? That was
Incredible Mr. Limpet.
well, that fish though I thought was in a. Oh yeah, that's right. But I was thinking that fish was in a movie, a cartoon of some sort, Disney movie.
Story.
Stone, the Sword in the Stone.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know if that was related. He just played this. He became a fish for some reason. He fell in. I don't know, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if that's related or not. I think about it, but now I recall it. Merlin turning him into a fish or something like that.
Something happened.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, so that's cool. Your first movie, that's a good movie. True Grit had to be. Did it scare you? Out of curiosity, because
No, I liked it. I had already watched like Rawhide and stuff like that on TV. I was 10, so I already watched Rawhide, so I wasn't worried about the shooting. I just thought the John Wayne swagger and all that was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I tried to be John Wayne myself for quite a while.
Yeah, there was an early scene where he goes to court and the guy says, "You killed 26 men or something," and he's like just gravelly voiced and wild. I thought he was pretty cool.
Yeah, I tried that bait. Yeah, the Duke. I remember him. I'll never forget the Duke, obviously. He's the Duke, you know?
Yeah, and that was his Oscar. You know, it took him a long time to get there. He'd been in acting since the late 20s. He was in movies in the late 20s.
Holy crap. 20s?
Yeah.
That's a long time of acting, isn't it?
Yeah, he played on a USC football team in about 26 or something, and maybe even early, 26. And he was on with one of his co-stars. They became best friends. This guy, Ward Bond, he's in every John Wayne movie practically. He was the big cop in Wonderful Life, Bert.
Oh, yeah.
They became best friends. They played football together at USC.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. So next question. During COVID, what have you gotten rid of the most of? So in other words, was there anything sitting around you found yourself with too many hammers and he's like, I gotta get rid of these freaking hammers, or too many cards?
I gave away a lot of extra clothes to different groups. A lot of clothes.
Yeah, me too. I've gotten rid of
5 coats.
Probably 12 suits. And yeah, I got rid of thousands of dollars of suits and lots of clothes in general, of course. And even then, I still have more than I freaking need. So it's a good time to clean up our own backyards, apparently, you know. And that's what I've been doing too. I've been working on my own backyard, and but basically clothes for me and suits. Found out I had way too many of those things, and I wasn't gonna ever get that large again because I got a little chunky in my days back in the day, and I'm trying to lose a little more weight right now. Let's see here. Okay, so this is basically my, maybe one of my last ones, unless you have any questions. But
yeah, we're about 40 minutes in, so we'll wrap it up in a minute.
Yeah, if you had to be stuck, if you had absolutely had to be stuck, or if you got to be stuck on a desert island for 1 week with one female, now this is 2020, so I'd say female celebrity, but then again, this is 2020, Brian. So if you want to be with a man, a male celebrity, whatever, for a week, who would it be?
A female?
I'd say a female, but then again, you know, it's 2020.
I don't want to spend a week on an island with a man. So can we go?
I didn't think so, but you never know. It's 2020.
Yeah, 2021 female. I'll
2021. Yeah.
yeah, I'll talk to her first, and then we'll get back to you.
No, but who's the
I want to
celebrity?
make sure it's arranged before I, talk about being on a desert island. I want to have it set up. I want to make sure she's into it.
Well,
Schedule-
we're gonna assume that she would be. Point is that who is that female celebrity that you'd like to possibly partake with?
I'll have her let you know.
You don't even know.
That's a good evasive question. We got to teach politicians that.
Well, absolutely.
She will contact you when when we're there.
Right.
We'll just send. We'll do Instagram.
Okay. Well, is there anyone female celebrities at this moment that you can think of that you wouldn't mind being stranded on a desert island with?
Did you say Super Bowl 10? We'll get into that another time. Super Bowl 10.
No.
It
Super
was
Bowl 10.
Minnesota against Oakland, but I'll have to check. Super Bowl 10, did you say?
No. Okay, so let's just throw it back on me here. If I had to be with a female celebrity for a week on a desert island.
Yeah, who do you want to be with on a desert island?
Well, honestly, not the only, but let's see here. That's a good question. I think I should have her answer it for you, but I will say.
Why do they call it a desert island?
Well, we're gonna assume that it has everything on there you need. A shelter and food and wine and whatnot. So, but let's just say female celebrity. My female celebrity crush, I guess, at the moment, if I could be on a desert island with her, not living or dead, because I don't want a dead celebrity on there. But I'll tell you what. Oh, you know what? Elaine from Seinfeld. Even though she's a little older than me, but I don't care. She's freaking funny and she's smart and she's beautiful. So, I'm an absolute Seinfeld fan still, and and she's a smart cookie and she's beautiful. So maybe. Is that it? I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's real funny too, so she'd be interesting.
Oh yeah, I know. That's the thing, is that you gotta be able to keep somebody interested, I'm sure, for quite a while. I mean, I can keep anybody interested for a few hours, but after that, speaking of interesting, are we done for right now, or do you have some more questions?
I think we're good for today, but tomorrow I'm going to have this shot with a better light because I like this. I'm going to keep it simple. You got a nice background. Those small things matter in this, the little things, the details. The devil's in the details.
The devil is in the details. I have found that the devil is named confusion. But anyways, well, so are you ready to pound out? Let's do this. Yeah. Pound out on 3. Rochambeau. Oh, your timing. I covered you. I did that. There you go.
What were you?
I was paper.
Paper or wraps rocks.
There you go. There you go. I won today.
You got one. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful night, and Rochambeau your day out. Pound it out.